North Carolina Central University traveled to Hampton for its penultimate road game of the year, and once again, Eagle support was strong at Armstrong Stadium as it was filled with maroon and gray. The Eagles got the ball to start the game and open up with a big run from Isaiah Totten as he chewed up 41 yards on this early run. However, the Eagles would not score on that drive. That wasn't a problem for the defense as D. Harris gets to the quarterback for a sack in the first quarter, and that would be a recurring theme for the defense. Into the second quarter we go, and another sack from the Eagle front line, this time shared by Antonio Brown and Randy Anyawu. Pirates ahead 6-0. Nathaniel Tilkey and the special teams unit were on point in this game. And here you see the Pirates being pinned back to their own 12-yard line. That led to this play as Jaquan Smith got his hands up to tip the pass, and Kawaun Cox pulls it down and strides into the end zone to put the Eagles ahead 7-6. Shortly after that, Eagles with the ball. Chauncey Caldwell tosses this one to Jason Murphy, and he turns upfield and goes down the sideline for 46 yards. Later in that same drive, Caldwell once again connects with Murphy from 27 yards out, and the Eagles move ahead 14-6 at the half.
Jason Murphy.
First possession of the second half, Hampton driving deep into Eagle territory. Alden McClellan freezes Delman Williams, and Davanta Reynolds comes in for the sack. And that would end up leading to a missed field goal to keep NCCU in front, 14-6. Later in the quarter, yet another sack, this time from Chris Burton and Jaquan Smith. The Eagles held the Pirates below 100 yards rushing in the contest as the D-line was very active all day. Jason Murphy was also extremely active for North Carolina Central as he somehow pulls this pass out of the air. He recorded 7 catches for a game-high 145 yards, his second consecutive week with over 100 yards receiving. The Eagles had a few tricks up their sleeves as well as Nathaniel Tilkey went back to punt, but instead looked upfield and linked up with Ramon Simpson for 27 yards out to start the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter was also time for Davanta Reynolds to take over as he watches this one come right to him, and he returns it 19 yards for his 5th interception of the year. 5 was also the number for the defensive line as they tied a season high with 5 sacks as Reggie Hunter rolls up the final tally in the fourth quarter. Pirates going for it on fourth down on the same drive, and Anyawu forces an off-target throw to force a turnover on downs. Hampton has one more opportunity from the 7-yard line with 40 seconds to go, and here's what happened. Williams with the snap. There's this one towards the end zone. Intercepted! Game time! Davanta Reynolds, his 2nd of the game, intercepted in the end zone, and the Eagles will walk away with the win. My, oh my. A very special day for Davanta Reynolds. 2 interceptions for his 6th of the year, a sack and 4 tackles as the Eagles pick up a critical win. NCCU is now 5-1 in MEAC play and head home to O'Kelly-Riddick Stadium to face Bethune-Cookman for Senior Day on Saturday, November 11th as the Eagles continue to chase another title. Jonathan Duren here alongside head coach Jerry Mack. Coach, 14-6 win for North Carolina Central. You had to dig it out, but you got it.
Yes, hard-fought win. We had to overcome a lot of things today. But the guys fought, heart of a champion, and they figured out a way to come through with the win.
You go down 6-0 in the first quarter. Don't score then, but then the second quarter, Kawaun Cox comes up with the pick 6. What did you see when that play happened?
Well, I think our defense continues to be force to be reckoned with in our league. Kawaun Cox, our situation where he's able to get to the quarterback. He's been really good at sacking the quarterback and causing turnovers this year. And, not only I think he caused the fumble, but he was also able to recover it while I was airborne. So really, really great job by him.
And then Jason Murphy, after the Eagles went ahead for good, the 27-yard completion to him from Caldwell. Jason, 7 catches, 148 yards for him today. Talk about what he was able to contribute.
Explosive plays. That's what we always talk about with Jason. He's done a good job of executing and giving us explosive plays. And a lot of those are big plays for us first downs. Whenever we get a chance to get the ball in his hands, it seems like just good things happen. And that's what I'm most pleased with him.
First score of the day was defensive. There weren't any more scores for North Carolina Central or for Hampton. The Eagle defense stepped up. They've really been priding themselves on shutting out in the third quarter, but this time they stretched it out to a full 30-minute shutout. What did the defense do well to keep Hampton off the board?
I thought they played together as a unit. Coach Eastman had a great plan as far as some of the things that he implemented this past week to make sure that they didn't hurt us with big plays. And the guys went out there and they did a great job of executing. And they refused to lose attitude. Guys showed up when it got crunch time. Them guys came up and made some plays, turnovers or tackles for loss or whatever it may be. Then the defense showed up.
Davanta Reynolds, again, comes through 2 interceptions for him, including one that iced it, the Hampton knocking on the door of the 7-yard line. How big was it for him to come up there?
Oh, huge. Davante's been doing Davante all year long. Anytime he gets a chance to make a play on the ball, he finds a way to make a play. And we're just so proud and we're so happy for him this year because he's worked his butt off the entire offseason, and now he's seeing the fruits of his labor come through.
Tell you what, Coach, for a few times out there, it really felt like a home game for North Carolina Central. The crowd was out there, Eagle fans, very, very vocal and loud for the Eagles. What was it like being able to coach with them behind you?
Oh, it was great. We looked over there in the stands, and we had more fans than our opponent today. And to make that 4-hour-plus trip to come down here to Hampton, it just speaks volume of our fans are continue to show up, and they're behind us as we make this last stretch run in November.
All right, Coach, one more home game, Bethune-Cookman next week. How do you feel going forward?
Great team, very explosive, very well coached. Coach Sims done a great job of coaching those guys. They're in great position to spoil our senior day. So we got our hands full. We have to make sure that we're more disciplined than we were today, and hopefully we won't have to overcome some outside entities as well. All
right, Coach, thank you very much. Congratulations.
No problem. Thank you.
Jonathan Duran here alongside Davanta Reynolds. Eagles win 14-6 at Hampton. Davanta, first of all, congratulations. A great win. But defensively, you come up with 2 interceptions today. Just what were you feeling going into this game? Did it feel like it was going to be a 2-interception day for you?
Yeah, it definitely felt like I feel like that every week, to be honest. Just watching film, seeing how they quarterback throw the ball, how they receiver running routes. I knew I was going to have a chance at least 1 pick. But I definitely knew I could get 2, and I got 2. And ended the game with the second one, so I just want to thank God for that.
3 total interceptions today. Kawaun Cox also had one, a pick 6. What did you see from him today?
Man, Kawaun Cox just be everywhere, and, he's just an animal out there on the field. I like playing on the side with him because he brings me a lot of energy when I'm dead sometimes, and just seeing him score for the defense was a big boost. So I appreciate Kawaun for that.
And you mentioned the interception to end the game. Walk us through that play. The clock is winding down. Hampton's driving, looking for a chance to tie this one up, and you're able to step in.
Yeah, it was a man-to-man call, and I knew what I was going to get. So mid-route, I just played the route for him. Looked back and already seen the ball gone, so in my head, yeah, it's mine because I already know what you're doing.
That capped off a full second-half shutout. You, in fact, shut out Hampton for 3 quarters today. What were the defense saying to each other on the field while that was going on?
We were just basically saying we got to keep playing, keep getting the offense back on the field. Maybe they'll bust one. So in order for them to bust one, they got to be on the field to bust one. So defense, we just like, hey, man, we not letting nothing getting thrown over our heads. You're not running. You're not doing nothing because our offense need the ball. And that's pretty much what you've seen second half.
So the Eagles now have 1 more home game left. You go back to see Bethune-Cookman. How do you feel going into next week?
I'm still feeling pretty good. Like I said last week, just trying to enjoy this win and watch film on Bethune and see what they have to offer.
Jonathan Duran alongside Kawaun Cox. Eagles come up with a 14-6 win over Hampton. Kawaun, big game out there. Defense really stepped up. What was it like out there?
It was just hard work, a bunch of hard work and a bunch of guys getting to the ball, really. We went out there and gave it all we had.
You yourself got a pick 6 in the first half of the game. Walk us through that play.
Really what happened was the O-lineman drew, so I kind of stepped back, and I seen the ball in the air, which I really didn't see it at first, but I heard it. So I just jumped up and got it. Just ran the ball for a touchdown.
You bring it in for a score that put the Eagles ahead, and then in the second half, Eagles pitch a shutout defensively. What were you telling each other during those 30 minutes?
Just work hard. It's championship month. We have to get back to the Celebration Bowl, and that's something that we strive for. So that's just what we're going to do. 3
interceptions recorded by the defense today, including yourself, the other 2 by Davanta Reynolds. What was he like out there? What did you see from him?
Oh, that kid is crazy. I've never seen nobody play like Davanta Reynolds, man. I mean, it's just like he's in the right spot at the right time every time.
And then that last drive of the game, clock winding down, Hampton driving in, he comes up with the play. Talk us through that.
I mean, he was in the right spot at the right time. The quarterback threw the ball, expecting his wide receiver to be there, and Davanta beat the wide receiver to the spot, really, and which was kind of incredible. You know, you don't see that every day.
This has been an exclusive presentation of the NCCU Sports Network.